Hi, this is Spencer Colgan from Spencer Colgan is Wallpaper. And I'm here with Yoriani, my helper, and we are wallpapering a bathroom in Oldsmar. And this is your typical repair / wallpaper job where you're pulling down wallpaper and you have the sheetrock that's damaged underneath in various places like you see there. And you also have some brown paper exposed in various places. So what do? Well, if you want to get this done quickly and efficiently, you need to simply secure the substrate, which means that the surface on which the wallpaper will hang needs to be secure to the wall. Believe it or not, for those of you who don't know, you can put wallpaper over wallpaper. So long as what? So long as your wallpaper that's on the wall is secure. Unlike this. See this? So you couldn't put wallpaper over that, obviously. But I'm going to show you on this job how you go about spending the least amount of time getting the walls in their proper and best appearance before putting the new wallpaper on. I'm going to show you something. You see this point over the door here? I don't know if you can see this line going up, but that's wallpaper over wallpaper. So if you didn't know wallpaper could go over wallpaper, I'm proving it to you right there. And this has been up for years. Just take a look at that. Now, it's not even prohibited by the rule books, so to speak. But what is prohibited, and you'll never see wallpaper that come with instructions that say, don't worry about what you're hanging it on. It always says that your walls need to be smooth, dry, and free of any loose debris, which is also loose wallpaper. If you think about it, sheetrock has plenty of paper on it. You have your outer layer, which has a couple of layers in itself. That nice coating on the sheetrock is a couple of plies of paper. I don't know how many, but if you rip into it, you'll see that it's pretty thick. Underneath that is a multi-layer brown paper. And it's what's underneath here, for those of you who know sheetrock, it's that brown paper. When you pull off wallpaper and you rip your sheetrock paper, the white stuff, that's what's underneath it. So if you think about it, you're already putting wallpaper over paper when you wallpaper over sheetrock. No paper hanger likes to do it because you literally have to examine every square inch of the substrate so that your client can be sure that the wallpaper is going to stay. And so you have to go through the whole thing and take a look. Okay? And so stuff like this has to come off. And so this is not sheetrock paper, but this is paper from wallpaper. And do you see the thinness at the top? That shows you that there's multiple layers of that paper right on the wallpaper itself. Okay, so we covered that your walls have to be secure in whatever you're going to put your wallpaper on. Now that we've established that, I want to show you what you do with the various problems. This wallpaper is secure. What we're going to put on here is a primer for the next wallpaper. Okay, that's number one. Number two, we're going to secure, this is the paper I'm talking about right here. You see that? That's because the homeowner ripped off the wallpaper there and exposed not only the outer layer of her sheetrock, but she ripped that off and then she exposed this brown paper on the sheetrock, which is underneath the outer layer of sheetrock. I'm sorry if this is confusing, but please bear with me. You have sheetrock and it has an outer layer. It's a nice gray color and it's pretty thick paper. It has multiple layers. But once you violate that and breach that surface, you come to this, this brown paper. And this brown paper has multiple layers. Let me prove it to you. You see that? And there's still paper underneath it. Now, this is where the problems come in. If we don't secure that surface, it's going to bubble and bubble and bubble and bubble. And so how do you secure it? Two things. One, you're going to sand it off until all of the loose particles come into little balls and they fall off. And then you'll see that it's almost like sawdust. It's all, you feel it and it's smooth. The second thing that you need to do, and then you're done, is to glue it down with this. Okay? If you're starting your project soon, don't wait until the last minute to get this product. You want to order that before. You might live in an area where wallpaper is not a common thing, and so your local store doesn't have it. Give yourself a week, if it's not in your local store, to have it delivered to you online. There's plenty of wallpaper stores online from which to buy this stuff. Where I'm from, this is in your local Sherwin-Williams, and certainly in some of the Lowe's and Home Depots have it for cheaper too. But just keep that in mind. So there you go. You know now what to do. And I'm going to put that on the entire surface, because when you do this for a living, you don't want any callbacks, and you want to secure the wallpaper down. The only thing you want to get called back for is the next job. And so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, oh, I have an example here for those of you, and I realize professionals watch these videos too, I understand it. This is the sheetrock I'm talking about for you homeowners, okay? That's the gray paper. That's a nice clean piece of sheetrock. Underneath, this has multiple layers. If you should breach that by scratching into this with the scraper, you'll find that underneath it is this brown paper right there. And that brown paper has multiple layers, which has to be sanded once it becomes ripped or frayed. And there you have it. This is part one to the restoration of this bathroom, starting with preparation of walls that have wallpaper over them. I'll see you on the next one. This is Spencer Colgan from Spencer Colgan is Wallpaper. Thanks for watching. Click on like, and let me show you what to do when you're installing vinyl wall covering over wallpaper on the next frame. Thanks a lot.